Look how my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays. Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind.
Welcome commanders to my tutorial for beginners on Elite Dangerous. In this tutorial I will teach you how to earn money so you can buy better and bigger ships, what to spend it on, where to go to get even more money, and so on. Before we continue with this tutorial, I advise that you do some in-game training. There's a few levels that will help you understand how the game works, and it'll be easier for you to follow this tutorial. But don't worry, I will guide you. I will tell you each and every button to press so you won't get lost. With this tutorial I'll be going in depth how to start as a beginner, but the first hardest part is your controls. Make sure you switch your controls to exactly the same as mine. But keep in mind, if you start copying my controls into the custom, it won't work. Go to the default page and start working on them from there, because otherwise your throttle up won't work, some of the buttons like A, X, Y and B won't work. I had this problem with my friends, but if they started from the default, then it worked fine. Also, this is very important, when you've done copying the controls, at the very end, make sure you click apply, otherwise you'll have to start over again. So, you start the game in a random station, in a Sidewinder, and 100,000 credits. What to do now? Well, first thing that I'd really advise you to do is buy 2 gimbaled lasers. You have 3 types of weapons, like how they track. You have fixed, gimbaled, and turreted. If it's fixed, it means when you fly, your weapons will fire like right at the center, like where you're looking at. But gimbaled weapons, that's the one that we want to buy, 2 gimbaled lasers. They fire at anything that's in front of you, but they track it. So you don't have to aim yourself. You have to point your ship towards the enemy, but the lasers will target your enemy on their own. As you can see here, your Sidewinder has 2 small hardpoints. With other words, hardpoints are actually weapons. You have 2 small weapons on it that you can buy or sell. Now all you need to do is trade your ones, like sell them, and buy better lasers, like gimbaled, like I said. But don't worry, if there's no lasers for sale in this station, we'll find a new one. And I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Basically, you go to your galaxy map. On your galaxy map, you can choose between info, navigation, view, or options. You go to view. In view, you can choose realistic, map, or power play. You choose map, and now make sure it says show by color and choose economy. When you choose economy, make sure only high-tech systems are selected. Deselect all the rest. Now you might be asking, why high-tech? Well, in high-tech areas, that's where you find the best gear, the best shops, where you can find everything. Well, most of the time it's not everything, like sometimes one part is missing, so you have to go to another shop to find your other part, but look for high-tech. That's your best option to find good gear. When you found the world you want to go to, make sure you plot route. Not select, but plot route. It'll save you a lot of trouble later. Then you can go to the system map so you can see how it looks like, and you can choose your station from there, plot route again, and you're ready to go. On your galaxy map you can see an orange line. That's the line of your route, how you will be going. If it's a full line, you have nothing to worry about. But if it's not a full line, it means you won't have enough fuel, so you have to stop somewhere to refuel. Now after we've chosen where we want to go, we just press launch and we go there. Now that you've also took my controls, I will be helping you with that also. With your left stick, when you press up and down, you actually go up and down vertically. And now all you need to do is hold B and press down to get rid of your landing gear, and you're good to go.
Kill your speed, not your credit balance.
If you want to use boost, just click B button once. Now all you need to do is align with your target, wait for mass lock to disappear, and you're good to go. Mass lock is that one blue button on the right. Just keep an eye on it until it disappears. When it disappears, you can press Y and you're gonna jump into hyperspace. Now, this is the part where most of the new people get confused. You're in hyperspace, which means that you're going really fast. So when you're jumping from system to system, you appear in front of a big ass star. Make sure you don't fly into it. How do you know if you're in hyperspace? You can see left and right those vertical lines going like towards me. This means I'm in hyperspace. At this point, you cannot stop. You can decelerate, but you cannot stop. You can only stop when you're like near a station, when you're inside of a system. Yeah, when you jump into a system, you can stop, you can do whatever you want. But right now, you're moving between systems. So from here you have like two choices. You keep on flying really fast between planets, stars, or you jump in and you can do trading, fighting, whatever, because at this point, as I said before, you cannot stop, you can only decelerate, you cannot fire at anything, but you can interdict people. Let's hope if I get interdicted, you will see what that is. Well, if somebody interdicts you, that means they are forcing you to stop. Usually they are pirates or cops. Yeah, I call them cops because it's like Federation vessels will stop you to scan you if you have illegal goods on board. But yeah, you'll see more about interdiction a bit later in the tutorial.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
And here you will see a good example of what happens if you jump in too close to a sun or any other star. It will pull you in, well, not in the sun itself, but right next to it. You'll start getting heat damage. It's okay, no need to panic. Just move away from it. That's all you gotta do. Just move away. Wait for your FSD to reload. It's on the right there. Wait for it to reload, then you can jump back out. It's as simple as that. So no need to panic. And when your FSD is reloaded again, just click Y to charge it and you're good to go again. Also, don't forget, if you've been pulled in by a huge star or whatever, you have to align with an escape factor. Not your target, but the escape factor. Don't forget about that.
Warning, temperature critical.
So now, as you can see, even though we jumped in too close to that star, there's no problem. We're back on our way to the station. Nothing to worry about. For a new player, this might be confusing on how to manage your speed and everything. Well, I'm gonna tell you how I'm doing it. I keep on accelerating when I'm going towards a target or a station or anything, but you see in the middle of my screen you can see the station, and there's a number like time counting down. I start decelerating when I'm around 10 seconds, and 6 seconds is my minimum. When you go below 6, you might overjump it and you'll have to align with it again. So start decelerating around 10 seconds. And when it's around 10 seconds, keep it there. So you won't do anything wrong and you'll get in perfectly. You'll jump in perfectly. Also keep in mind, when you pass a huge planet or a star or anything really big, it will start pulling you towards it with its gravitational pull. So this will decelerate your ship on its own. So keep that in mind, because when I first started, I was confused by why this was happening, but it's all logical in this game. It's all logic. So if you're starting to decelerate on your own, just look around. There might be a big ass planet next to you. Now, while we're flying towards the station, I might as well tell you what those 3 vertical bars mean: systems, engines, and weapons. You control them with your D-pad. When you press down, it balances them all out. It puts 2 dots in each and every bar. But with your other buttons on the D-pad, you can choose, like you can put all your power into weapons, engines, or systems. Basically, this is, if you put everything into systems, if you're all out of shields, your shields will regenerate faster. If you put everything into engines, you'll be able to boost more frequently. And if you put everything into weapons, your lasers won't overheat as fast. So this is good to know. When I'm fighting, I press down on the D-pad and I put everything into weapons, so I have like 1 dot left in engines and 1 in systems. If I get interdicted and I have to run away, I put everything into engines and the rest and 2 dots into system. Why everything into engines? So I can boost more frequently and my shield will be regenerating. I might as well tell you why I chose these controls for my ship. Well, basically, these are exact same controls that I use on Battlefield games for my helicopter, but this is a spaceship. Here you have more options. And this is also exact same way we were flying back in the day in Ace Combat. So now you know. If you never played any of those games, basically you aim with your right stick, like with your soldiers or on any FPS shooter, and you roll with your left stick. But your aiming will be inverted, just like if you're flying with a joystick, you know. If you don't like the inverted part, you can always switch it back. It's only 1 button. So here I will start decelerating, so I won't overshoot my station. So always, when you're in Super Cruise, keep an eye on your speed. Don't worry, at this moment everything looks hard and overwhelming, but eventually you'll have to do this multiple times, so you'll get used to it. Like what I'm doing right now, this is everyday stuff. Everyone does it, so you'll get used to it, don't worry. Also, this will be the one and only time that I'll be showing you my full flight path to a system or to a docking station. I'm just gonna show you everything once, and then I assume that you learned it, and I'm just gonna skip it. So next time I'm gonna be jumping towards a station, I will just skip it. Otherwise you'll be staring at your screen for a very, very long time. And in a moment you will see how my ship starts decelerating on its own because I'm approaching a planet, as I said before. And now that my two blue bars are aligned, and I have a message that it's safe for me to jump in, I just click Y, and there we go. Now here's a part that many new players find tricky. There's a lot of these stations. Basically, how do you find an entrance? You click on it, just like I just did, and on the left you see that it's selected. On the sides there are like darts. They show you where the entrance is. So just follow those darts and you'll find the entrance soon. Also keep in mind that all the stations, literally all the stations, if you look at the entrance, it rotates counterclockwise. So if you're finding hard time to if it's hard for you to find an entrance, just keep that in mind. Also, don't forget to send them a docking request. Look on the left side of your dashboard, go to contacts and do request docking. Otherwise you'll get a fine if you just go inside. Also keep in mind that you cannot land anywhere where you please. Right above your radar there's this blue line. It tells you exactly where you have to land. So make sure you do that, otherwise, once again, they will give you a fine. And if you find docking really hard, don't worry, you'll just have to do this once. You'll just have to get to a high-tech system. I will show you how to buy this thingy that makes your ship dock automatically. And make sure you don't forget to deploy your landing gear. Just hold B, press down on your D-pad, and that's it. Now it's safe for you to land.
Loitering is a violation.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Always proceed directly to your allotted bay.
Now before you go buy anything, just make sure you refuel and repair your ship so you don't forget it later. And as you can see here, we just got a little bit of damage from jumping into that star previously. So that wasn't actually a big deal, as you can see. Now we go to outfitting to buy all the new stuff. I obviously have more money than a normal beginner, but I'll be buying as if I just started the game, just like you. So you'll be able to keep a track on everything I do. So we start with 100,000 credits, and the first thing we want to buy is 2 lasers on a gimbaled mount. Before I buy anything, I usually go and take a look at everything. Then I choose the 2 weapons that I want to buy. I make sure they're not too expensive, so I can still have some money left for other things for me to buy. And now we're gonna buy 2 identical lasers on our both sides. Now that we bought these two lasers, we have 91,200 credits left. Now that we have bought two lasers, we still have two utility mounts left. I suggest you buy chaff launcher for at least one of them. Chaff launcher is basically if somebody's firing at you with gimbaled weapons, you fire your chaff launcher and the enemy cannot fire at you anymore because his weapons will go all over the place. Basically works like an ECM jammer on helicopters in Battlefield games, if you played those of course. For the second part, I suggest you buy a point defense. It works automatically, and if somebody's firing a missile or a torpedo at you, point defense will shoot it out of the sky. Now that we bought two utility mounts, we have still 46,150 credits left. And here is where it's all gets so much more interesting. Look at all the stuff that you can buy. And since we just started the game, we don't want to buy the expensive stuff. We just want to buy a bit of everything so that we can go and fight some other ships. The first important thing will be life support. I think it's important because, you know, if your glass breaks or anything happens, the stock life support gives you 5 minutes of time. With this new one, we'll have 10 minutes, so why not? Our next thing on the list is power distributor. You want to buy the one that practically gives you all the blue numbers. With a power distributor, you will be able to fire longer, your shields will regenerate faster, and your boost will be you'll be able to boost more frequently. Now, if you're having a hard time docking, now you should buy a standard docking computer. It's really cheap, but if you install it, you will never have to dock on your own again. All you gotta do now is request docking, decelerate, and there you go. It's gonna start docking on its own. Now, while you're buying things, always keep an eye on your power use. You see those numbers on the right side of your screen? You see power use, retracted, deployed, and available. Available is how much power you got. Deployed is how much power you'll be using when your weapons are deployed. I never even look at the retracted number. So make sure your deployed number is never bigger than available one. Now let's buy an FSD. FSD stands for frameshift drive. This module is used for jumping between systems. The bigger, the better. So basically, imagine you have a FSD that can jump 10 light years. And if you have to jump 20 light years away, you'll have to jump twice. But if you upgrade your FSD to 20 light years jump range, then boom, you have only to jump once. And if you look on the right side at the jump range, there's 3 numbers. The last number means when you're fully loaded, that's how far you will jump. And current, yeah, that's how far you can jump at this time. Now, a power plant. You only buy a new power plant when you're low on available power. But this time we'll still have enough money, and I just want to buy the one with the least amount of mass. So the less it weighs, the further away we can jump. As you can see with the jump range, our numbers are getting blue, which is a good thing. Now, you need new thrusters in order to maneuver better, to fly better, or if you have too many components, you won't be able to carry anymore. So that's when you have to buy new thrusters. But this time we're just gonna buy in the sake of boost and all the rest, because we're going to fight after all, so we need the maneuverability. Now that we've bought everything we need to adjust our fire groups. Now, what are fire groups? Every time when you buy a new weapon or something like that, you need to allocate them to certain buttons. So you look at the right side of your dashboard. You go to fire groups. Now, you see two lasers. There's one next to it. One means right trigger. So now, I fire both of the lasers with my right trigger and the chaff launcher with the left trigger. So now you know how it works. Now you need to prioritize some things. You see the number right below priority. That means if your power goes down, number 2 will go down first. Then all the number 1s means they have the bigger priority. So everything you think that's not important, put it on number 2 or number 3. So if your power goes down, that thing goes down first. Okay, now that we've bought everything, we still have 14,540 credits left. So now obviously we need to find some more money, or make some more money. So basically you need to find an extraction site. If you can't find one in your current system, just go into a next system and find like any planet with a giant ring around it. Like if you look here, there's no planets with rings on it. So we have to find another one. As a beginner you can earn a decent amount of money in the extraction sites. They are pretty safe. Not completely safe because you can still die, but they're pretty safe. So now what I want you to do is enable all the filters again so you can see all the systems. And just choose one, a random one that's right next to you. And make sure you can see the system. If you see the system, click on it. Look if there's planets with giant rings around it. If there are, just go towards the system. Boom, as you can see here, we found a few planets with rings around it. So this is the perfect spot. So let's go there. Here's a pro tip. If you go into a new system and you know you will be fighting, just dock at the nearest station. Because if you die, you will respawn at that same station. So if you have to fly far away for a war, dock first, then go to fight. Now, through the power of editing, I'm gonna skip a little bit forward. And do you remember how I told you that you will never have to dock again on your own? Well, I'm gonna show you how it works. Now, remember how we bought standard docking computer? This is how it works. You see the station. You click on it so you can see how far away you're from it. When you're around 7 kilometers, request docking. When you've done that, just decelerate till your horizontal bar reaches 0. That's it. From that moment, your ship will dock automatically. But usually I boost a bit closer so it takes, so it's faster. Otherwise it's gonna take a while for your ship to dock. But it's your choice. And while you're auto docking, you will hear classic music in the background. Here you will see me decelerate. And boom, auto docking. That's it. It doesn't get much easier than this. As you can see, while it's auto docking, I just look around, I look at the station, look at the ships that fly by. I do not control the ship, I just look around. But I strongly suggest that you stay with the ship while it's auto docking, because some of my friends, they leave, they go get a drink, they go to the bathroom. Even though it's auto docking, it puts everything into your system, into your shields. sometimes it's still dangerous because somebody can crash into you, it can crash you into a wall, you know, a lot of things can happen. Autodock is pretty safe, but you never know.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Now I'm gonna show you the first way how to make money, easy money. You look for an extraction site. I would prefer for going for low extraction, but I believe there are none here. We'll just go for a high. Low ones are the easiest ones, but hey, we're bosses. We can do this. Conflict zones are also pretty profitable, but we're not ready yet. We need to reinforce our ship, but we don't have enough money, so we'll stick it to extraction sites for now.
Be aware of oncoming traffic in the access corridor. Observe minimum clearance distance.
Sometimes you might encounter this glitch when you just started the game, you're still inside a station, but your ship does not detect no extraction sites, no civil war, no nothing. So you need to exit the station and then you will see it all. It all actually reappears when you exit the station. Now, at high extractions, or any extractions, when you enter, what you want to do is you scan everybody. Like if you see a ship, click A and it will start scanning. As soon as you see wanted in red right below his name, you have to attack him. But here's a trick, he might be in a group. So if he's in a group, wait for your friends to arrive, or wait for some security vessels to come closer to you, or wait for someone else to shoot at him first, then engage. But you will see it all in a bit.
2, 1, engage.
Now I might as well show you the interdiction part. If somebody's interdicting you, you can see a blue circle on your screen. You have to follow that circle. You can also see a blue and a red line on the sides. If my blue line reaches the top, it means I won and the interdiction stops. If the enemy's line reaches the top, he interdicts you. It means he stops you and he will be right next to you, ready for engage. So keep that in mind. Always try to escape, but if you can't, if he interdicted you, just put everything into engines, boost away, wait for FSD to reload, and jump away. Usually when I get interdicted, I hold A button, I press down so I can see who's attacking me. I look at the name. If there's CMDR in front of his name, it stands for Commander, it means he's a real player. If it's AI, don't worry, they're usually not that good, but if it's a player, you'll have to be very careful. Now while you're approaching any extraction site, you keep an eye on those rings. You have to approach them in a certain angle, because otherwise if you go too close it might pull you in, like it did with the star previously. You see, I'm making a slight angle and now I'm approaching. Now once you've arrived here, all you gotta do is keep looking for other ships. The green ones means they're friendly. Well, for me, because I'm on Federation, usually they're friendly. But anyway, scan everyone. If you can see wanted, like literally it will say wanted on the left side below his name, you get money for if you kill him. So kill as many wanted people here as you can. It's easy money, but it's not always as fun because you have to keep looking for wanted players. They're not always there. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. Sometimes there's only one, other times there's like a few of them in a group. So now you see he's wanted, yeah? He's in a wing. So I'm gonna try to sneak up on them. I'm gonna stay really close, and I'm gonna wait until someone else attacks them. If they do, I'm gonna join. So whenever you see a wing or a group of wanted people, never attack them alone, because you will be outnumbered and they will get you. So now it's just a waiting game. Some people think the bigger the ship, the more money they will get. No, this only counts at conflict zones. Right here, it's only the bounties. So no matter how big the ship is, you only get his bounty. So always go for the smallest one. But right here, as you can see, I felt brave, so I went for the biggest ship around. But it doesn't matter. Here's a pro tip. If you decide to attack a big ship like a Python or an Anaconda, target any sub-target. Like lock onto a sub-target. When you're firing normally, you're firing randomly. But if you get a sub-target like myself, I am targeting his power plant. Your lasers will go exactly for that power plant. And basically what it does is, imagine the ship is at 80% health, but I managed to destroy his power plant. The ship is at 80, but the power plant is at 0. He won't be able to move or fire or anything. You can target whatever you want, like thrusters for example. He won't be able to move, so you can get him quickly. It's all choices, man. It's whatever you prefer. But I usually do it with big ships, with Pythons and Anacondas. All the rest I just engage freely. And just like that, keep on hunting for wanted people as long as you can, but don't be greedy. If you got like 100,000 credits, go back to the station, cash in, and come back. Because if you die here, you lose your money. Also, whenever you see me fighting, take a look at the power management. Like for instance, at the moment, all my power is into weapons, so my lasers can keep on firing, and I got 2 dots into engines, so I can maneuver more. So I can get more maneuverability. And the shields, I don't care about the shields because they are full.
Target shields offline.
So every time you kill a person or AI, on the top right in blue you will see how much you got for that one particular ship. So you can keep collecting bounties, and when you think you've got enough, just go cash them in and come back. But it's not always fun like this. Like I found some targets, but sometimes there's nothing. So you have to be patient. You see all those particles in the air, or looks like snow? That's chaff launcher. Whenever, like, if my enemy deploys chaff launcher, it's hard for me to aim because my lasers go all over the place. And keep in mind, I also have those. So if I have to escape, I use chaff launcher and I boost away.
Target destroyed.
And now you see how it goes. I killed my targets, now I have none, so I have to keep on looking.
Scan detected. Scan detected.
As you can see, when I'm bounty hunting, when I find a wanted person, I always try to get behind them. I don't know, this is my trick, because when he tries to kill me, first he has to turn around, make time for that, but while he's doing that, his shields will be already gone from me firing at him. So I don't know. Different people have different tactics, I guess. Also, don't forget to put all your power into weapons, because even though I play this game for a while now, still sometimes I forget.
Target shields offline. Scan detected. Under attack. Scan detected. Shields offline. Taking damage. Target destroyed. Shields online.
Now proceed doing this, keep on getting bounties until you think you have enough money to upgrade your ship.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
If you want to see how much you made, look on the left side of your cockpit, and there you can see. Just choose the look at the system you're in, and it will show you. Just decide if you want to still keep on fighting or you want to cash your money in, because if I die right now, I lose all my money, and not all my money, but all the bounties that I collected. So it's a big decision. Either you stay here or you go cash it in and come back. It's your choice. Now imagine that you've decided that you've had enough, you have enough bounties on you, so it's time to get back. Well, you look at the left side of your dashboard, you go to navigation, you choose a station, any station, within the same system where you were collecting bounties. You choose the station and you go there to cash it all in. But make sure you leave the asteroid belt, because you're still mass locked. You need to be far away in order to be able to jump, so keep that in mind.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Now that we're back at our station, let's cash in our money. But remember, the last time when we left the station, we had still 14,540 credits left on our account. Now here's where you will see all your fines and all your bounties. Get your bounty. If you have a fine, pay it up, and up you go. And this is how much we made in a short period of time. So now if we look at it, we have a total of 126,351 credits. So from this moment you can choose, do you upgrade your ship or do you buy a new one? I suggest we upgrade our ship and we will start collecting money to buy a Cobra. Why Cobra? Well, because Cobra has one of the best boosts in the game. So if anything happens, you can boost away and there's no way anyone will be able to catch up with you. Plus, like right now you have 2 small hardpoints, 2 small weapons. And Cobra has 2 small and 2 medium ones, so which is nice. So in order to get a Cobra, you need around 300,000 credits, but we will save up 1 million. Now you might be thinking, if I have 1 million, I can buy even a better ship. Well, think of it like this: if you buy a stock Cobra, you have weak weapons, weak everything. So you buy it for around 300,000, plus keep in mind all the expenses that you will need for better weapons, better FSD. So yeah, 1 million shall do. Now let's make our ship stronger. This module reinforces the ship. So if somebody takes down your shields, it all comes down to this one. How long will they be able to fire at you before you die? So at the end game, if you want to do some serious fighting, I suggest you upgrade this part. Now that we've bought this, we still have 46,031 credits left. But now keep an eye on your rebuy costs. As you can see on the bottom left, we're still below 10,000. So if somebody destroys me, And if I want this ship back with all the weapons and all the internals that we have now, we have to pay our rebuy cost. So keep that in mind. Okay, now that we've bought everything we need, we still have 46,031 credits left, just in case if we die and we have to rebuy our ship. Now you can also make a new decision. Do you think your ship is strong enough to go to a conflict zone, or do you still stay at extraction sites and get your money there? I suggest if this is your first time and you have a low level ship, go to low intensity conflict zone, because in high ones it's pretty rough. I know there is a high intensity conflict zone in this system I'm in right now, but I'm gonna show you how to find one. You click on a system, on any system, then usually a sun is selected. You go away with your cursor, like away from the sun, and on the left side it will say the state of the current system. Usually it's none, or it's civil war, or it's war. There's always something. So keep an eye on war or civil war. And after you found a system with war or civil war, just travel there, then on the left side of your cockpit look at the navigation, and there in between it's gonna say conflict zone low or high intensity. But now that I know there's a conflict zone in my own system I'm in right now, there's no need for me to looking for one. Let's just jump right in it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Now there's a few things you gotta know about conflict zones. And first of them is, it's really rough up here. This is like war. There's a lot of ships fighting, so you have to be careful. Second thing is, as soon as you arrive, you need to pick a side, because as you can see, I'm right here and nobody's firing at me. That's because I've never chose a side. I usually go with Federation because those are my allies, but let me show you how to choose a side. You go to the right side of your dashboard, and right on top, right there, you can choose which side you're gonna be on. So I chose one, and as you can see, half of the targets on my radar became red. So from this moment, I can attack all the red targets. But this is a bit different than an extraction site. Here, the size of the ship matters. So the bigger the ship, the more money you get for it.
Under attack.
Right at the moment when you kill somebody, instead of looking for your next target, you can just hold A, press down, and your computer will find the highest threat for you.
Target destroyed. Target shields offline. Target shields offline. Target destroyed. Target shields offline.
So as you can see, making money up here is really easy. It's dangerous, but really easy, especially if you're playing with friends. So from now on, we'll be saving up $1 million to buy a Cobra and to fully upgrade it.
Target destroyed.
And here you do the same thing like with extraction sites. When you think you've had enough, just go back to the station, cash it in, and you're good to go. Just like I said before, from now on we'll be trying to get 1 million credits just to buy a Cobra. And let me show you right here. Cobra has the best boost in the game, I believe, and it has 2 small weapons and 2 medium ones, so which will make fighting even easier. Okay, so now let's pretend you've been flying for a few hours, you've collected your 1 million, so let's buy a Cobra. You will probably sell your own ship and trade it in for a Cobra, but I want to save my ship, so I'm just gonna buy it separately. Now, if you followed my tutorial correctly, you should have around 800,000 credits. So you have more than enough money to fully upgrade your Cobra. Well, not fully upgrade, but to put on not the weakest, but like mediocre stuff on it. And eventually, you'll keep on doing the same. You'll keep on going to conflict zones, you'll earn more money, you'll upgrade your Cobra to the max, and after the Cobra, we're gonna buy a Type 6 transporter. And don't forget, if you cannot find something that you're looking for, go to the filter again in the galaxy view, search for high-tech systems, go to any high-tech system. There will be more than enough shops for you with all the stuff that you need. And also, keep an eye on the power, because if you use up more power than you produce, you'll be in a lot of trouble. So here I already traveled to a high-tech system, and I'm gonna upgrade my Cobra. At this point, you've seen enough of the game, you've seen enough of fighting, so at this point I think you can choose on your own what you're gonna buy, which weapons you're gonna use. So let's do that. I'm gonna upgrade my ship and I'll be right with you. Alright, now after you bought everything you need, don't forget to set up your fire groups and modules. I know, I bought cannons for the Cobra. Usually I run with lasers, all lasers, but hey, I just wanted to test those cannons on the Cobra, so we'll see how it goes. And after you're done setting things up, we should head back to the conflict zone. Now that you have a Cobra, everything should be easier. You will survive for longer, you will kill enemies much faster. So from now on you can start saving up for your Type 6 transporter. You will need 2.5 mil credits because you need to buy a ship, you need to upgrade it, and then with the rest of your money you will fully load it with cargo. And here's a good example of what to do when you're being attacked by too many ships, or the same goes when you get interdicted. Put everything into engines, boost away, use your chaff launcher if you have one, and put a small amount into a system so your shields regenerate. So this is what I do when I fight alone in a conflict zone. When I'm with friends, friends can help you. They can destroy anyone who's right behind you, but now you have to boost away, wait for your shields to regenerate, and then come back. Like, I usually don't even jump out. I just stay here, but far away, wait for my shields, then I return to the combat.
Shields online.
Also remember, this is not like extraction site, so the bigger your ship, the more money you'll get.
Target shields online. Target shields online. Shields offline. Taking damage. Target destroyed. Under attack. Under attack. Target destroyed.
And after all the fighting, don't forget to collect your earned money, because if you die, you lose it all.
Disengaged.
So it's better to play safe, around 300 or maybe 500,000. Go back to the station, get your money, then go back. Okay, now let's pretend that you've collected around 2.5, maybe 3 million credits. It's time to buy a new transport ship. It's gonna make us a lot more money than conflict zones and much faster. And I'm gonna teach you how you should do it. It's going to make us a lot of money. It's gonna be easy and a lot more faster than on conflict zones. I also suggest that you don't sell your Cobra, just in case you get tired of trading and selling goods, that you might switch up to combat ship, do some combat, then come back, trade again, and so on. Now the first thing that you want to do is fully upgrade your new transport ship to be able to transport the maximum amount of goods and to have the best jump range that you can get. It has to be able to jump far away, like the maximum distance, while fully loaded. This means that we'll have to buy new cargo racks and a better FSD drive. First of all, you gotta buy more cargo racks. Then you gotta buy a better FSD drive, the best one that you can get. Absolutely no weapons. Now you think I'm crazy, but hey, it's a transport ship. You won't be fighting, you will be just transporting goods. So make sure you have no weapons, maybe 2 chaff launchers or a point defense. But your ship has to be not heavy. The heavier it is, the smaller your jump range is. So make sure you get the lightest modules available. Now I will skip the part where I'm buying all the extra cargo holds, but make sure you buy all of them and the best ones. Well, here's a dilemma though. You can remove your shield and you can buy extra cargo holds. But keep in mind, it's harder without a shield. If you get interdicted, they can kill you. Or you might crash into something, you might get destroyed by that and lose all your precious gold or palladium or slaves that you're trading. So basically I trade with shields on, always. But it's a choice. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. Are you comfortable enough to fly without shields? Do you want that extra few tons of cargo? Or you want to be on the safe side like me and you want to run with shields on? Not that I have my new cargo holds, my shield, and of course the auto dock. I'm gonna buy everything that weighs less than my original module, just to make my jump range a little bit better. This means your sensors, your power plant, your thrusters, power distributor, all gotta go. Well, it's a choice though. You can basically, I buy the ones that weigh less than my original one, just like I said. But I don't know, you can choose a better power distributor. It might be a bit heavier, but again, it's a choice. Also, don't forget about the chaff launcher, because if you get interdicted, it will save you. Matter of fact, I usually buy 2 of them, one for every button, left and right trigger, and I never fire them at the same time. Some of my friends do, but I usually use one, then when it's reloading I use the other one, and so on, until I can escape. Make sure that you don't forget about setting up your modules and fire groups. And after we've done doing that, I'm gonna show you how to start trading. And here's where I made my first mistake. As you can see, my shield generator doesn't work. Basically, this is because I sold the heavy power plant and I bought the one that weighted less. And I also wasn't paying attention, so the current power plant, it produces not enough electricity. So I use up more than I produce. But we will fix that by buying the correct one. Now that we've got the proper power plant, all we gotta do is enable our shields and everything will work fine.
Shields online.
Now, we have a ship and we have all this empty cargo space. So what do we do? Well, you open up your internet browser and you go to this website that I'm about to show you right here. Basically, it's a tool. You can find your own trading routes, but if you're lazy like me, you just go here. You type in EDDB, it stands for Elite Dangerous Database, and you click on Loop Route, give it a few seconds to load in, and now you have this Loop Route Finder. For max hop distance, I usually choose the distance that my ship can jump, so I'll have to jump only once. So you jump, there's a station, then you jump back to another station only once. And also I make sure that minimum profit is at least 3,000 per ton. I know, yes, it sounds greedy, but hey, we're just here to make some money. Also keep in mind that the further away the station, or the bigger the hop distance is, the more money you'll probably get. So just play around with this filter to see what your best options are, but I usually choose the shortest route, around 3,000 credits profit, and I'm fine with that. Now, how do we start? Basically, it shows you a station and a galaxy. The system. You go to this system or this one. It doesn't matter where you start, just start somewhere. So basically, I will go to this system and I will find this specific dock. And there, we're gonna buy progenitor cells. We're gonna then sell those in that next system at this specific station, and after we sold those, we're gonna buy superconductors at this station, and we're gonna go back towards where we started, and that's how we're gonna do it all over again until we have enough money. Now that we know where we need to go, let's find our system. Look at the left side of your dashboard and open up the galaxy map. Now click on your left or right bumper and go to search and type in the system that you need to find. You can now either plot route and go towards it, or you can already open up the system map and plot your route towards the proper station. Usually this is how I do it, so I don't have to open up the galaxy map twice. I plot the route towards the station and that's it. I go there, I buy my stuff, I plot my route again, I go sell it, buy new stuff, and so over, and I do it over and over again. Now, just to save some time, I'm gonna skip the video towards the part where I'm at the proper station and I'm ready to buy stuff.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
from this moment, all you gotta do is follow the steps that you saw on the website. Just buy the proper stuff that you need. This time we need progenitor cells. We buy them here, we sell them at the other station. At the other station we buy superconductors, we bring them here, we sell them here, and so on and so on. Now, instead of going to the galaxy map and searching for your next target, you can do it the easy way. Look on the left side of your dashboard, and you know the next station is within your reach. It's around 17 light years away. So you search for that. On the right side you will see 17 light years. So the next system will be over there. Like you see, this is the system I need. I click on it, I plot route. But I also clicked on Galaxy Map just so I can plot route for the station itself, so I don't have to do it twice. And now you keep on repeating this until you think you have enough money to buy whatever it is that you want. Now let's get to this other station to finish our loop. As you can see here, I was a bit confused about the station, because these stations where I need to go to, they don't have a large landing pad. But Type 6 doesn't need one. Only starting from Python or a Type 7 transporter, that's when you start needing large landing pads. So at this moment you don't have to worry about it, but keep that in mind for the future. If you buy a Type 7, you cannot dock anymore at those small stations. But for now, we'll do just fine.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
And now you know how to trade. Always make sure you refuel, buy the proper item at the store, sell it at the proper station, and repeat it all over again until you get enough money. But keep in mind the profit might change, because imagine today you're playing, you have enough profits, and tomorrow you come back online and there's no profit at all. That's because of the supply and demand. At one station there might be enough supply, but at the other one where you have to sell, there's not enough demand for it. Like, not enough people need the item you're selling. So keep that in mind. Usually for me, when I see that there's a change in the profit, I just go back to the website, I use my filters, try to find another route, and there you go. I start trading somewhere else.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Now, as a final part of this tutorial, I might give you another final pro tip. There is this thing called power play in this game. If you're new, you should ignore this. It doesn't even matter for you yet. But there's a thing you should consider. Each and every power, they all have their own specific abilities or perks. Like, take a look at these two. For instance, Zachary Hudson. I'm allied with this guy, he's with Federation. And you can see what you have to do for him on the right side, your rankings and stuff. But right here on the right side, you can see what he does for you. Like for me, I will get extra bounties, extra payouts for killing people, stuff like that. There's also this guy, and he will basically, if you join him, you'll get extra profits for trading. So that's something you should consider. Like for me, I like fighting the most. Yeah, I do trade sometimes, but I prefer fighting. So I chose Zachary Hudson. But if you know that you will be trading a lot, like really a lot, you should join the other guy. But browse through all of these guys. They give you like perks and bonuses here and there. Some of them even give you specific weapons at specific level. You can get weapons, shields. With Federation you can buy federal ships. The same with Empire, you can buy Imperial ships. You otherwise you cannot buy them if you're like Federation. I cannot buy an Imperial Clipper. That's a bummer, so yeah. But hey, this is it for my tutorial. I hope I helped. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you want to be up to date with our upcoming videos, and take care.
How my mind plays.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays. Little bit